welcome to yet another exciting episode of Page by Page on Gumi Royal Television. My name is Gratitude Imokwede, and this is still the Hot Topic segment where we talk about the happenings across the state and in our society. With me is my amazing colleague to do justice to our topic of discussion for today. How are you doing today, Bubu?
I'm doing very well, Gratitude. How you doing? You're looking amazing.
Stop looking at me like that this man. Why are you eyeing me?
I'm trying to like look at your feet and be like, you look good.
Thank you. You look bad yourself.
Good day, amazing viewers, and you're welcome to yet another segment of Page by Page on Gumi Royal Media.
Thank you to all our amazing viewers out there. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And diving direct into our topic of discussion for today, we'll be starting with the story of Ahmad Gumi, who came out to talk about banditry, Boko Haram, and terrorists. And this is what he said. Controversial Islamic cleric Ahmed Gumi has questioned why no government official has visited Boko Haram terrorists and bandits to negotiate an end to their violence, the way past leaders engaged Niger Delta militants. So it's comparing Niger Delta militant to the Boko Haram and terrorists. And I'm wondering how this is even similar. What's the correlation between both situations? The Boko Haram are fighting against education. That's what they're clamoring for. And for the Niger Delta militant, it's all about the contamination of their waters with
land.
the petrols and the oil. Yeah, so I really don't know what you have to say about it.
So if this was coming from a very young person, you understand, I would understand because they didn't get to experience what the Niger Delta militants were fighting for. You get, but if this is coming from someone as experienced as Ahmed Gumi, and I'm wondering that is he trying to rage bait Nigerians, or does he really not know what he's talking about? You understand? Because let's look at it from this aspect now. The Niger Delta militants started in the late 90s. You understand? And it went forward to like 2009. Where they've been clamoring about they need change in their land. Yeah. Up till today, there's a place in Ogoni where people cannot even get clean water because the oil spillage and all of that have a lot of things in the water, and it has contaminated the water. Do you understand? There's a place in Ogoni today that there's no fish. You can't fish there. There's no place to fish. You get? Because there's no fish in the water. The whole water are black. You get? There are places in the Niger Delta today where you can't get vegetables. You have to go outside the communities to get vegetables. You get? Because the land have been polluted. And these people are coming out to say, you can't keep coming to our place to drill oil and not give us what we deserve. At least settle us. Fix our land. Fix our area. Do you know that the Niger Delta contributes over 80% of Nigeria export revenue? And still here, these people were treated like trash. You understand? And now you're seeing someone in Sheikh Ahmed Gumi coming to say that compare the Boko Haram terrorists to the Niger Delta militants. You know, what is the Boko Haram? What are they fighting for? You get, what are they fighting? During the time of because I can say this clearly because I live in Port Harcourt almost all my life, and I'm talking first-hand experience. You could see these people come to adopt white people, foreigners, you understand? And there was really a case of people being killed or foreigners being killed. But you're seeing these Boko Haram bandits or terrorists coming to adopt young children, little children from schools. You understand? You're even seeing them going as far as even these children. You understand? Unaliving a lot of young Nigerians. So if it was a young person that is saying, oh, this Boko Haram, compare these Boko Haram people with the Niger Delta militants, I would have said, oh, he wasn't alive or he hasn't been born when the Niger Delta militants were agitating for their rights. And even when the federal government met with these Niger Delta guys and told them that, okay, CCC it was easy to negotiate with them. You understand? So you want to actually negotiate with people that are innocent Nigerians. You understand? They are adopting little children from school. During Goodluck Jonathan's time, we had over the Chibok girls, about 200 Chibok girls that were kidnapped. You understand? So there are cases of these guys have actually gone too far You understand? For us to rehabilitate them back into society. You
Society.
understand? So that's the thing.
Yeah, I completely understand everything you said, and laying emphasis on what he said, that they need to, have monologue discussions with these bandits and terrorists, and maybe rehabilitation. The question is, do we even have the facility to rehabilitate these terrorists properly? How can you rehabilitate someone that has gone that far into unaliving Nigerians, having that kind of mindset? How would you bring them back into society? I think if this had happened years back,
Yeah.
we would have said, okay, we would have thought of this, have a discussion with them. There was a monologue done and everything, but now we have gone way past that. What we need to be done is action. Action needs to be taken, and that's what we demand as Nigerians, not all of these things. Now, moving forward to the next story of discussion, talking about the student of the Federal University, DETSU, celebrating net fund upkeep payment for the month of May, June, and July. And the same we're saying celebrating about the disbursement of the loans. And I then asked myself this question: what exactly is the reason behind that jubilation? The federal government, they're not dashing you this money. They're not giving you this money for free. You are definitely going to pay back.
Definitely.
Instead of them to go out to the streets with placards or make their demands known in whichever way they seem best to the government to reduce the money paid or the fees paid in these universities, both state and federal universities, you're celebrating loans. Okay, let's imagine that you are coming from a place of, okay, this responsibility has been lifted off a bit for 3 months. After that, you have double the responsibility because you have to pay for your needs, you have to pay bills, and you still have to refund this money to the federal government. So what exactly are they celebrating? And it's so painful that it comes from students, educated, literate students. They are not illiterate. It's not like they didn't go to school. They know what is behind, or the concept behind NELFOD. So what's the jubilation for? This just goes to show how Nigerians would celebrate their entitlement. We'll see governors, we'll see politicians, the elites, they will do something in our society with our monies, doing their jobs, because we are the one that put them there. We put you in a position, you're doing your job, and you expect me to celebrate you. Okay, fine, I can say, oh yes, you did a very good job, well done, but it ends there. But you see, when they commission roads, when they commission railways, they would call Nigerians to start videoing, they will not be clapping for them. I'm doing the people that are behind them clapping are even the main problems of Nigeria. They are the main problem. So this mindset of celebrating the barest minimum, being grateful for your entitlement, things that they are meant to do, things that are your entitlement as a citizen, is very belittling as Nigeria. And I feel like, lastly, this goes to show how or why the government see us and treat us the way they do.
Yeah.
We saw the case of I think it was in Ekiti State, where they went for campaign or something, and they were throwing bread from the van, and Nigerians were running to collect bread. Why would they see you as dumb? Why would they see you as, because you are acting it? You're acting it. So I don't know if you have anything to say about this story before we wrap it up.
So quickly, let me just touch it a little bit. During the Nigerian Civil War, Gowon said something. He said the best way to tackle a people is by getting them hungry. You get? So it's looking like this government, they are trying to use hunger as a tool or as a weapon to try to weaponize hunger. So when they give you little crumbs here and there, you just start rushing after it like rats, rushing after bread or crayfish or something. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So it is really, really sad because when President Tinubu came into power in 2023, he made mention that he's going to take away subsidy, and he actually did. He also took away the subsidy from education, where Nigerians had to pay, like, we were paying 25,000, 30,000 and all of that. I remember when I got into school, I was paying 30,000, 20 to 30,000 naira then. And it was increased when he came into power to, like, to like 250,000 naira. And I was asking, like, why the increase? Now, if you've taken away the subsidy, where is the proceeds of the subsidy going to? Where are we putting it in? So it leaves a whole lot of questions, because if we start talking about these things, we are not going to end today. Let's just move over to the third story we have, which is nearly 21,000 health workers leaving the country, and President Tinubu telling them that they should come back to Nigeria, that there's a reform to
That's where I have one
sector.
question. He's promising these healthcare workers to
Yeah.
reform. But his tenure is already ended. So he has this conviction that is coming back. The way he spoke about this healthcare, officials, he has a conviction in his heart that he's going to win the 2027 election because your tenure has ended. So what promises are you making? What promises?
So I did a little research here, and I saw something that is really, really baffling. From the appropriation bill of 2026, 2.15 trillion naira was budgeted for the Nigerian medical sector for the year of 2026.
Okay.
And out of that, 1.17 trillion was budgeted for their salary. And I'm like, if you're budgeting 1.17 trillion, let me take a look at how much the senators and the House of Rep members were budgeted for their own salary. And I found out like 500 billion was budgeted for their salary. These outside allowances and all other things. Now, these people are the people that keep the economy or keep the country together. Because without these health workers, we are finished in this country. Do you understand? And you're having this amount of people leave every year because they are being paid peanuts. And instead of you to promise them something, you're telling me,
Nigerians are now left with the quacks and the people that are not really into the medical line to tender to our health because everybody, the healthcare professionals, they have all jackpot.
That's the thing. That's
they
the
have
truth.
all jackpot. So the 1 point something trillion, who are they paying it to? Because I don't think any doctor in Nigeria is being paid even 500,000. I am here to say that doctor that is being paid 500,000. I have not seen, except pharmacists, and those ones are not. I don't think they are under. But for the doctors, how many doctors are? If you are a doctor being paid 500,000 and above, or even 300 and above, come forward. Let me see you. Even the nurses. So you're promising them reforms. When will you give them these reforms? All through your years in office, you did not give them any reform. Why now? Why are you promising them reforms now? So I think we should just draw the curtains and call it a day for Page by Page. So all our amazing viewers out there, thank you so much for staying with us on this amazing edition of the Hot Topic segment on Page by Page. And also don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and X. My name is Gratitude Imakwede.
And I'm Bubu Durugo. Bye for now.
Bye for now.